The Trump bumped shares of Twitter, ending the day up nearly 9% after reporting it added 9 million new users in its first quarter of 2017. The company attributing the increase to having the political leaders of the world, quote unquote, on the social media platform, making it the go-to source for news. Here now is Howard Kurtz, MediaBuzz host and Fox News analyst. It is pretty interesting that they reported that they added 9 million users and President Trump added 8.9 million followers. Of course, that would mean that every new person or every person that followed him knew this month hadn't been on Twitter before that. So, of course, I understand the fault with that logic, but it still is pretty interesting. What do you make of it?
Twitter executives should send Donald Trump a gift basket or one of those little birds. I mean, he provides zillions of dollars in free publicity every single day by his use of Twitter. Now, the company still has some structural problems in terms of delivering advertisers, in terms of holding on to users. But very fortunate for Twitter to have a president who sees this as a direct connection to the public and a way of going around the media.
Yeah, and it is interesting because they had more resurrected accounts. I mean, maybe that's a more meaningful metric, is that they had accounts that people had abandoned, you know, that maybe you go, and that happens to a lot of us. You go on somewhere, you open up an account, and then you get bored with it, and you leave it. And this time they had people reviving when they hadn't been there before. I mean, because it's an engaging conversation.
Yeah, and, you know, Donald Trump as a candidate, you know, also was so high profile on Twitter that I think it helped the company. A lot of journalists are on Twitter, and it really has become a major go-to source, but one that has struggled to make money. Now that he's president, maybe some of those people felt, got to reactivate, got to remember the old password.
Yeah. It's interesting, the President Trump's war with the media, though, does seem to be benefiting anyone. I mean, it doesn't matter who we talk to in media. They always say, well, we're doing better than we were before, whether they're for him or against him. If you look at, for example, the New York Times added 276 new digital subscriptions in the fourth quarter. The failing New York Times is probably one of his favorite targets.
Maybe not so failing. Look, if you are opposed to Donald Trump, you've got a great big target. Your audience is engaged. Everybody's, you know, ratings and clicks are up. I mean, Trump makes news every single day. So this war, and it is a pretty serious war, actually does benefit both sides, especially when it comes to the bottom line, Melissa.
It's interesting now with social media and all of the media and everyone taking pictures of what they're doing and they're posting, you really learn more about all the other journalists out there. CBS anchor Gayle King, for example, was criticized or at least asked about her impartiality when it was revealed that she's gone on vacation with the Obamas. She said she was simply on vacation with friends. Okay.
Okay,
but
I
she was
don't buy
still
that.
covering them. What do you think?
Well, you know, she interviewed the President Obama, a number of times while he was in the White House.
Right.
She has donated money to the Democratic Party. The reason you can't get away with saying, oh, it's just a private vacation with friends, is that she is the co-host of the CBS This Morning, major network morning show, and the appearance, the optics are just awful. When you are in the public eye as a media figure, you can't say, oh, it's not political, don't read anything into it. It does raise some questions, and I think she needs to recognize that.
Interesting. Howard, I love having you on. I love watching your show on Sunday. Thanks for coming on today. We appreciate it. MediaBuzz host Howard Kurtz. Thank you.